Arsenal have had injuries, but the likes of Lewis Skelly and Ethan Nwaneri have stepped up. Is this what Arsenal have needed all this time? 10 seasons and we're not making a single transfer, just youth players. The rules? Simple. We cannot re-sign any non-academy players, which means the likes of Gabriel, Odegaard, Saliba, at some point they will be leaving the club for free. Can we win the Premier League? Can we finally win the Champions League? Do the Hale Enders have what it takes? We've got 10 seasons to find out. What are you saying, everyone? ADR here. We've got a 10 season rebuild, youth academy only. Let's get into it. And for this challenge, the development rate is on normal. Now, this is the team we're going to use till the end of the season based on injuries and stuff. Hopefully, we'll see some growth from the young players. And at the end of the season, Sterling, Neto, Partey and Jorginho will all be leaving. And Iradi, Ilyas and Galerkin will be our scouts who are going to lead this club to glory. Iradi is going to be looking for the next Emi Martinez. Ilyas is going to be looking for the next Jens Lehmann. And Galerkin is just looking to fill the squad with youth academy players. So we have reached the end of the season. This is what the squad's looking like. We ended up finishing second in the league, only 3 points behind Liverpool in the end. Man United were back-to-back FA Cup winners, and it was us that won the Carabao Cup. I know we got knocked out by Newcastle, but not in this world. And in the round of 16, we faced Juventus, beating them 4-0 on aggregate. Quarterfinals, we beat Leverkusen 3-2 on aggregate, which took us to the semis to play Bayern Munich, who we beat 4-2. And then, yes guys, we won the Champions League already in our first season. Arsenal have finally won a Champions League. How crazy is that? Europa League went to Porto. Conference went to Rennes. Chelsea losing in the final. In terms of top scorer, it was actually Kai Havertz with 27 goals. Saka with 16 and 15. And just as a reminder guys, Neto, Partey and Jorginho will not be in the side come next year. In Season 2, Thomas Partey is leaving us. So here's the team, and it doesn't look too bad. The only thing is, depth in midfield is lacking. If Declan Rice is injured, then it's Sambi Lokonga. If Marino gets injured, again, it is Sambi Lokonga. Maybe Fabio Vieira, we can train to be a centre mid, but we're going to have a look. And things are about to go from bad to worse, as this season, Tierney, Tavares, Sambi Lokonga and Tomiyasu will all be leaving. Not to mention next year when we lose Saliba, Gabriel, Martinelli, Jesus, Trossard. It is going to be tough. And an update on the scouts. Iradi is off to France. He's looking for the next Thierry Henry. Whereas Ilyas is off to Spain. He is looking for the next Cesc Fabregas. And to help with player growth, we have loaned out Reiss Nelson. He's off to Fulham. Karl Hein is off to Bologna, Nwaneri is at Augsburg, and Lewis Skelly is at Leganes. Guys, our first youth academy player being promoted is Frederick Neal, 83 to 94 potential, 64 centre mid. He's only 17, got a few play styles as well. Hopefully we can get him a loan in the summer and then he will start to grow. And they've also found Harvey Bourne, valued at 1.9 million, 3 to 6 play styles, left-footed centre-back, currently 6'6". And he joins the academy. He only got 3 play styles at the end, but he looks like an absolute unit. And on the lookout for our next Thierry Henry, we have found Gaspard Petitjean, who is 54 to 74 overall, 76 to 94 potential. He's 17. He's got 5 to 7 play styles and he is worth 2.4 million. And for our Jens Lehmann regen, we've managed to find 16-year-old Karl Falk, who is 6'5", he's 60 overall. We're going to promote him and we're going to see if we can loan him out in January. And as for our Emi Martinez regen, we found Cristobal Ochoa. He does have 3 playstyles, which is great for a goalkeeper. Potential's 87 to 93. He is only 15 at the minute and he's only 5'11", so we'll keep an eye on him and see if he continues to grow. We also have Luca Bell Left winger, 90 to 94. He's 17, 5'9". We're approaching January, so another player will promote and see if we can loan him out. We're going to be sending Galerkin off to England to find the next Ashley Cole. And now that we're in January, we're going to promote 2 youth players. You already probably know who they are. Harvey Bourne, he is 6'6". He is joining the first team. And Gaspard Petitjean is the one with 7 playstyles. Look at that, that is crazy. He is also joining the first team. And straight away, we are going to be getting them loan deals. And as you can see, Luca Bell is off to Coventry. He's gone there for 2 years. And look at this, guys. We've got Kai Bacon, 92 to 94 potential. He's only 53 overall right now. And he's only 5'9", but he's 14. So who knows how tall he's going to grow to. Looks like he could potentially be an absolute beast. We'll keep an eye on him. Despite that though, we are probably in need of another centre back. So we're going to head to Ivory Coast, see if we can find the next Kolo Toure or Yaya. Let's see. And we're also going to send Ilias out to look for the next Freddie Ljungberg for the next 6 months. We've got 2 promising players. Alexander Ferrer, 85 to 91 potential, can play left wing. We're going to promote him. And Tommy Beckett, 88 to 94 potential, plays in the cam position. We're also going to be promoting him. And guys, we have found an absolute wonder kid, Johannes Bjorklund, 3.2 million value, 17 years old, 5'8", got about 87 pace and 1 to 3 playstyles. We are promoting him. And we've reached the end of the season. As you can see, we have an award. Bukayo Saka has won Player of the Season. Does that mean we have won the league? Well, let's have a look. And we actually didn't win the league. Man City won the league by 5 points. We were in second. The FA Cup went to Chelsea, beating Forest 3-1. The Carabao Cup went to Man City. The top goal scorer was Erling Haaland with 31 goals in the Prem. Bukayo Saka didn't even make the top 5. Assist leader was Martin Odegaard and Haaland, joint top there. Again, Saka nowhere to be seen. It feels like Erling Haaland's been robbed. 31 goals and 12 assists and he didn't win Player of the Season. We also had Odegaard in the Team of the Season. The question is, what did Saka do? And he actually got 28 goals and 14 assists. It's a respectable season. Very good, actually. Not quite sure it's Player of the Season worthy, but we will take it. And the reminder that Tierney, Lokonga, Tomiyasu and Tavares are all leaving. We did manage to win the Super Cup, beating Porto 4-1. So at least that's 1 trophy. The Champions League went to Leverkusen, beating Barca 3-0. We lost to Barca in the quarterfinals. Europa League went to Juve, and the Conference League went to Girona. So we are starting off Season 3 with an absolute huge problem. As you can see, Saliba, Gabriel, Jesus, Zinchenko, Vieira, Trossard and Martinelli are all leaving come the end of the season. And the main thing is Gabriel and Saliba leaving is huge. Our current backup centre backs are Kivior and Timber. And Harvey Bourne is out on loan. He's not ready to be our starting centre back. We do have an absolute beast in the making, who is Kai Bacon, but he is only 14. So we're going to need a new centre back. But until we can find that new centre back, we are going to promote Bjorklund, 67 overall, 84 to 94 potential. And we'll also be promoting this guy, maybe a Mikel Arteta regen. We shall see. Any Arsenal fans remember Ryo Miyachi? Probably pronounced it wrong, but we are going to look for a Japanese forward. I remember him being really quick and him being a failed wonder kid. So let's see if we can get a proper wonder kid now. We have managed to find Fabrice and Jai, maybe our new Yaya Toure regen, not too sure, but 91 to 94 potential, only 58 overall. We'll try again alone in January, but for now we'll promote him to the senior squad. Doesn't look like Lewis Skelly's been playing a lot at Everton, so we're going to recall him from his loan. We're also going to look for a loan for Njai. We're also going to recall Ethan Nwaneri. He's going to be coming back to the squad. And we're actually going to put him on a development plan. I realised because we have Saka for the entire rebuild, no point in him being right wing. But oh my word, if we try and play him anywhere else, it's going to take him absolutely ages to move position. We're going to train him to be a cam. 141 weeks is nearly 3 years, but hopefully it will somehow change and be a lot quicker. And guys, Cristobal Ochoa, who is meant to be our Emi Martinez regen. He didn't grow as tall as Emi Martinez, but he's got the potential for it. He's now turned 16, so we'll be promoting him to the first team. And great news, our Cesc Fabregas regen has now turned 16. Roberto Salazar, 92 to 94 potential, 16 years old, 5'10". We are promoting him, and it's January, so we can loan him out. And I've decided to move Calafiori to centre back. At least that means next season when Saliba and Gabriel go, we are going to have Timber and Calafiori to play as our centre backs. So we have reached the end of the season. We have finished in 6th. The fall off has begun. We at least have Europe next season, but as you know, we've got loads of players leaving, which is definitely not ideal. Man City won the league again. And getting relegated, you know, Man United finishing 12th, wow. Brentford, Burnley and Sunderland going down. The FA Cup went to Man City, beating Villa 3-1. The Carabao Cup went to Man City, so it is a domestic treble. The Champions League went to Atleti, beating Milan on penalties. Chelsea lost another European final, this time to Frankfurt in the Europa League. And the Conference League went to Newcastle United, so European football again for them next season. And a quick check on some of our academy players. Ferrer at Watford is now 72. Frederick Neal is now 75 rated. Harvey Bourne's up to a 72. And Bjorkland's up to a 75. So some good progress with some of our academy players. Not to mention Luca Bell, who's now 76 rated. Playing at Coventry at the minute. And guys, have a look at this. William Saliba is joining Villa and Gabriel is joining Real Madrid. And all these players here will not be here next season, so it is going to be an uphill battle from here on out. Quick check on the stats. Kai Havertz had himself a season, 26 Premier League goals. Absolutely crazy. Bukayo Saka struggled in terms of goals. 17 assists is great, but we're going to need him to step it up, seeing as he's the only one that is staying for the entire rebuild. We've got the next cohort of players to be promoted. Found this guy when we were looking for Ljungberg. Jonathan Abrahamson is 93 to 94 potential, a centre mid, much needed. We are promoting him. And that still leaves us with Kai Baker, now up to 58 overall. Just a few more months and then he'll turn 16. Joel Davidson as well. Really promising left back. It's the start of season 4. We are saying goodbye to Gabriel. He is leaving, as well as many other players, and it even gets way worse because these players are leaving too. David Raya, Ben White, Kivior, Declan Rice, Marino, Odegaard, Havertz, Timber. Our goal for this season is to replace as many players from this batch as possible, and also have a team that isn't going to get relegated the following year, which is going to prove very difficult. And before I send everyone out on loan, this could be what our starting lineup is looking like next season, which is terrifying. We do have the likes of Luca Bell, Fabrice Ndiaye, Petitjean, Bourne, Nwaneri, Yamaguchi and Salazar coming back from loan next year. But we're going to need a few more academy players, I think, if we're to survive. And this will most likely be our starting lineup this season. Honestly, I don't think it looks too bad. We now need to figure out which players are going to go out on loan and which players will stay to fill up our substitute bench. And it's the day we've been waiting for. Kai Bacon is now 16. He is promoted to the first team. Grew to 6'2", so should be quite a decent centre back. We also have Rob Gunn Left-footed right back. We'll probably move him to left back at some point, but he will be promoted as well. This guy, he's 6'9". Makes sense to promote him. Goalkeeper, probably will never play for us, but welcome to the team. And Joel Davison is now 16. He is getting promoted 91 to 94 potential. No play styles, unfortunately, but can play a lot of different roles. And Wilfred Kwasi, he's got Travella, 57 overall, 92 to 94 potential, left-footed. We'll be promoting him as well. We still really need to improve our defense, so we're going to be going all out these next few months to get some better defenders. And there we are, we've gone to Brazil, England and Jamaica to find some new defenders. And look at the standings, we have won the league. No idea how we did it, especially because we've got a lot of players leaving this season. Maybe it was that one last dance. But we've won our first Premier League, which is great. The FA Cup went to Ipswich, defeating Millwall 4-1 in the final. And the Carabao Cup went to Preston North End, beating Spurs. The Champions League sees Barca face PSG. The Europa League, we lost in the final to Athletic Club. Not ideal. And then the Conference League went to Napoli. Kai Havertz, who also is leaving, he got 43 goals and 9 assists. What a season. He also won Player of the Season as well. 26 goals in the Premier League. Saw him get the Golden Boot too. Saka just behind, 25 and 16. He is going to have to carry us next year because all of these players are leaving. Here we are into Season 5. And this is what our best team looks like. That is very concerning. Now, I think we'll end up starting Luca Bell over Reece Nelson. As you can see, Petitjean is up to 76 rated. He is our best striker. Saka is still here. He is going to have to carry us. And it is going to be Bourne and Calafiori at the back. We don't even have a proper right back. I think we do have someone out on loan, so we'll look to bring him back in. But this is going to be very tough. And I'm going to promote Frankie West. Didn't actually manage to find many good centre-backs, but he seems to stand out. He's 16 years old as well. We'll promote him and hopefully get him a loan deal. So looking at the table, it is a bottom half finish for us. We got 49 points. We actually weren't too far off the European spaces, but unfortunately it is our first season without Europe. Finishing in at 11th, and Sheffield, Norwich and Everton getting relegated, with probably Man City winning the league yet again. Unbelievable. And Ipswich beat us in the Community Shield. Man City won the FA Cup and Man City won the Carabao Cup. So the second treble for Man City in the 5 seasons we've been playing. As for the Champions League, that went to Juve. We lost 5-4 to Real Madrid in the playoffs. The Europa League went to Borussia Dortmund. And the Conference League went to Toulouse. And we have a new top scorer. It was actually Gaspard Petitjean who was our top goal scorer. Saka in second with 20 goals. As you can see, we've definitely dropped off in terms of the amount of goals. 12 assists for Saka though, which is promising. Lewis Skelly played 49 games, but he's still only 72 overall. Not the best. And Ethan Wanyeri hasn't grown much either. He is stuck at 77 overall. And into Season 6, Calafiori is leaving us. And now that means we have a full team of Hale Enders. Lewis Skelly, Saka. Saka is our best player. Probably one of the best players in the world, being 94 overall. He is going to have to carry us this season because if you look at our defense, it is Bourne and Miles as our 2 best centre-backs. Falk is going to have to do a job in goal. He's 80 overall now, which is great. Our midfield is, I mean, it could be a lot better, but Oliveira or Njai will be the CDM, Beckett or Neil starting, and Bell, Petitjean and Saka are going to have to absolutely carry us. And guys, I just remembered we have Kai Bacon on loan currently. We are calling him straight back and he is going to be our starting centre back. So at least it means we don't have to start a 67 overall in defence. So it's going to be 71 rated. Hopefully that's enough to keep us up this season. And quick check on our academy. We've got Jan-Peter Bruyn, 82 to 94 potential, 64 overall, 17. He is going to get promoted. As well as Aidan Marshall, 87 to 93 potential, only 16 from Australia. We are promoting him as well. So we've made it to January. We're currently in 12th place. We're only 5 points above the relegation zone. We need to hit about 40 points. So we're 16 points away from there. 8 losses, 6 wins, 6 draws. We are really middle of the pack. Top of the league, no surprise. It's Man City again. Hopefully, we're going to have enough to survive. And this is what the team is looking like. We brought Oliveira back from loan. He's gone up to 77 overall. Saka is absolutely carrying us, 94 overall at the moment. I'm hoping that Bukayo Saka can keep us in the Premier League. Look at those stats, 10 goals, 9 assists. Surely he's going to be able to do it. And is this the guy to solve our centre-back issues? Alfonso Ayala, 91 to 94 potential. Now, he's only 5'10", kind of like a Lisandro Martinez type player. 59 overall. We're going to promote him. Let's see if he's any good. So, we've reached the end of the season, and it is a 12th place finish for the Arsenal. The Hale Enders have managed to survive. We ended up getting 47 points, which is actually respectable. And going down was Burnley, Leicester and Ipswich. And at the top, did Man City win it again? No, they've actually finished second. Liverpool have won it this time. At least we have some new Premier League champions. As for the FA Cup, that went to Hull. And Aston Villa won the Carabao Cup on penalties, beating Man City. In terms of stats, Bukayo Saka obviously led the way. 19 goals and 12 assists. Majority of those coming in the Premier League, seeing as we didn't do very well in the cup competitions. And Luca Bell held his own as well, 17 goals in total. Was expecting a bit more from our Thierry Henry, Regen, Gaspard, Petitjean. 85 overall now, but only 7 goals in the league. Hopefully he can improve next season. And of course we weren't in Europe, but the Conference League went to Monaco. The Europa League, Chelsea losing another final. It went to Roma. And the Champions League, AC Milan won 4-0 in the final. That's kind of crazy. Congratulations to them. So into season number 7, this is what the team's looking like. As you can see, Saka is up to 95 overall. And we've got a lot of players back from loan, a lot of growth from a lot of the players, which is great to see. Wanyeri is stuck at a 77. Lewis Skelly is only a 73. I might send them out on loan. But looking at the team, I definitely think this team should be good enough to at least challenge for Europe this season. That is going to be our ultimate goal. And as for our academy and our scouts, we won't be scouting any more players. We're in season 7 now. There's just not enough time for growth. Guys, we've reached January and look at this. We are back. Just like that, we're top of the table. Now, we have lost 4 games already, but we've got 11 wins out of 19, which isn't too bad. And Man City are nowhere to be seen. Man City are actually in 12th. That is crazy. Bottom 3 sees Fulham, Luton and Forest in the relegation zone. No surprise that we're doing well. Look at our front 3. Luca Bell, Petitjean and Saka. 87 rated, and then that 95 Saka carrying us. Neil and Oliveira as well doing well. Abrahamson is in the midfield. Probably rotates with the likes of Tommy Beckett, who's now on the bench. And our centre-back partnership, Bourne and Bacon, they seem to be doing well with Gunn and Davison as our fullbacks. And Falk is now 87 rated. He is looking really good. In terms of stats, no surprise who the top scorer is. 14 goals for Bukayo Saka. Interestingly, Fred Neal is doing a job getting some goals. 7 goals and 4 assists. He is looking really good. In terms of our players out on loan, Ochoa is now up to 81 overall. And our Emi Martinez regen is doing well. We've also got Wanyeri. He's at West Ham. He's kind of struggling. Hasn't grown yet, but we'll see how he does come the end of the season. So we've reached the end of the season and we've got some good news. Bukayo Saka has made it back into the team of the season. Hopefully it's meant he's carried us to a league title. Let's have a look at the table. And unfortunately we didn't finish top. We actually dropped down to 4th place. Liverpool won the league again. But it does mean we are back in the Champions League, which is amazing. Man United finished 7th, City finished 9th, and Chelsea finished 11th, with Brighton, Fulham and Everton getting relegated. And it actually was really close between 14th and 17th. In terms of the FA Cup, that went to Brentford, defeating Man City. We actually lost in the semi-final, so we're a bit unlucky there. The Carabao Cup went to Liverpool, so that's them completing the double. In Europe, the Super Cup went to AC Milan, the Champions League went to PSG, the Europa League to Galatasaray, and then the Conference League to Aston Villa. So they were pretty much mid-table, but they managed to win the Conference League, kind of like West Ham a few seasons ago. And in terms of the stats, no surprise, 95 overall. He's now 29, 23 goals and 8 assists. Luca Bell, though, is improving rapidly. 20 goals for him, 6 assists. And Petit Jean with 89 overall now. Nearly 90. He got 10 goals and 8 assists in the league. So into season number 8. We're back in the Champions League. I think we can make a run. Looking at the team, we've got some very good players. Falk and Petit Jean are on their way to 90 overall. Obviously, Saka's 95. I can expect by the end of the season, Bell to get to 90 as well. Maybe even Neil and Bacon, Davison, Salazar, or maybe one of the other midfielders. They should at least all be up to 80 rated. And so we've reached the end of the season. Sunderland, Leicester and Ipswich going down. We're at least in the top 10. Okay, we've definitely got top 4. So Champions League football again. Have we managed to win the league? We're second. 9 points behind Manchester City. That is frustrating. The FA Cup went to Man City as well. And then the Carabao Cup went to Man City as well. Okay, so another domestic trouble for Man City. So maybe we did better in Europe. We finished 3rd in the league phase, which is great. Taking us to the round of 16, where we beat Frankfurt 4-0 on aggregate, so that's a good start. Quarterfinals saw us beat Barcelona 5-4 on aggregate, taking us to the semis, where, oh my word, we lost on penalties. We lost 4-1 on penalties to Real Madrid, who went on to win it. So Real Madrid beat Liverpool in the final yet again. Imagine that. But still no silverware for us. And it's been a while, kind of like Arsenal trophy drought. Europa League went to Villarreal and the Conference League went to AS Monaco. So into season number 9, we are towards the business end of this video, guys. Don't forget to leave a like if you've enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Looking at the team, we're looking really good. Saka's 96, Petit Jean is 91. Neil is now 90, Falke is 89, Luca Bell is 89, Abrahamson and Gunn both on international duty, and Gunn is 86, Bourne's 85. Really and truly, we should be pushing to win the league. The bench is looking good as well. We'll probably get a few of these guys some loans. We'll probably end up starting Salazar as well, and it's looking like a very impressive team. Wanyeri has even grown. He's now up to 79 overall, so here's hoping we can get some silverware this season. Okay, and the Premier League trophy is very dark. Did we go undefeated or something? I don't know, I couldn't tell you. Bukayo Saka, our captain, is going to lift the trophy with the Hale Enders. Season 9 Premier League title. Let's see if we can win it all in Season 10. We've also got the Player of the Season award. I wonder who this is going to be. No surprise really, Bukayo Saka. Well done. He gets another Player of the Season award. And that looks about right. 46 goals, 11 assists in his 60 appearances. Absolutely carried us. 31 goals in the league with 8 assists. That is absolutely crazy. Let's have a look at how many points we got in the league. And we won the league with 82 points. 15 points clear. What's kind of crazy here is the parity amongst 2nd to like 8th. I've never seen it. There's a 15-point gap and 2nd place only have 67 points. We did in fact lose a game. We lost 2. So no idea why the trophy looked like that. In terms of getting relegated, it's Middlesbrough, Norwich and Luton. The Community Shield we did win as well. So it's another trophy. Does it really count though? Probably not. However, this one counts. FA Cup, we beat Swansea 1-0. And the Carabao Cup, it went to Liverpool on penalties. As for the Champions League, we finished in 10th place, meaning we went to the playoffs where, oh wow, we faced Bayern Munich and we lost 5-4 on penalties. That's disappointing. The Europa League went to Inter Milan beating United, and the Conference Leagues between Copenhagen and Newcastle. And team of the season sees 4 Arsenal lads: Bukayo Saka, Davison, Bourne and Falca. No real surprise who was top goal scorer. Bukayo Saka leading the way, 31 goals. Endrick, who now plays for Liverpool, is second with 28. Guys, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into season number 10. So we've made it to season 10. This is what the squad's looking like, and it is crazy. We have about 6 players above 90. Angus Gunn is now 90. Falke is 90. Neil is 92. Saka's 96. Petitjean is 92. Bell is 90. It is crazy. The only disappointing thing is our 2 centre-backs. Bacon and Bourne, they could be better. We've got the likes of West, Ayala, Webb. They're still not really ready for the first team, and this could very well be our final season. And a bit of sad news, Reiss Nelson, he's now 33 and he will be retiring at the end of the season. First retirement for our Hale Enders. Let's see if we can win him a trophy. And there you have it, guys. Mikel Arteta has won Manager of the Year. He's done a great job. Fair play to him. Absolutely love to see it. So we've reached the end of the season. As you can see, we absolutely walked the league. We won it by 20 points, 91 points in total. What's crazy is we only got 1 loss. We were so close to going invincible. Getting relegated was Fulham, Leicester and Everton. And it was us that won the Community Shield. Didn't get the FA Cup though, that went to Man City. The Carabao Cup went to Brighton. In terms of stats on the season, Bukayo Saka, 40 goals and 16 assists. Absolutely crazy. PJ with 27 as well. Salazar, our Fabregas regen, 18 assists. Guys, here's a look at how the team is looking. Saka is regressing. He's gone down to 94 now. PJ is 93. Bell's 90. Salazar is 90. Neil's 93. Gunn's 92. Falke's 91, as well as Davison. Bourne and Bacon, they are getting up there as well. They should be 90 soon. As for some of our loan players, we've got Ochoa, who's now 89. He's our Emi Martinez regen. Oliveira's 84. Kowasi's 84. Gordon's 83. This guy is going to be a beast. We've also got Frankie West coming up. He's 79 overall. Ayala's 78. Webb is 77. Marshall is also 77. Ran out of time to really grow those players, but it's been a great rebuild. And guys, we beat Dortmund in the semi-final 6-3 on aggregate to reach the final, and we are facing Juve in the final. And this is what we're playing for. The Champions League trophy. We won it in our first season. Can we win it in our 10th? The Thierry Henry tifo's out. It's a huge game for the Hale Enders up against Juventus. Thuram is captain. Going to be interesting to see who they have on their team. Looking at the teams, Chevrolet, Vitor Reis is their centre-back. Thuram, I'm guessing Archie Gray. Fernandez, Frimpong. Okay, there's a couple names I'm familiar with. I don't know if it's still the same players, but let's just get into the game. Captain Saka, see if he can lead us to another Champions League victory. Roger Fernandez finds Corrin. Oh, what a pass. And Juve have halved our defence apart after 15 minutes. Jeremy Frimpong with the goal. We're going to have to come from a goal behind in order to win this one. Petitjean's got some space to run into here. Still Petitjean on the ball. Goes for the shot. Big save by the keeper. Ball still not clear. It falls to Salazar. Cleared off the line, and Branco with the clearance. That was a big chance. Managed to get the ball back. Back post is free. Bell. Oh, he's put it wide. How has he missed that then? Oh, it's another huge save. Neil's managed to find a bit of space. Finds Saka. Gets it across to Salazar. To Bell. Back to Saka. Oh, he's headed it wide. What a goal that would have been. Just before half time. I can't believe he's missed. Finds Petitjean. Gives it back to Neil. Flicks it over to Petitjean on the volley. 1-1. What an equaliser that is. Great finish. Good link-up play. Neil and Petitjean. And he's not going to miss that one. And it's 1-1. All to play for. Can we go on and get the winner? In time for a few changes of our own. Bjorklund, Wanyeri and Lewis Skelly are coming on. Hopefully we are able to nab a winner. And it's Wanyeri on the ball. He looks for Saka. He might be on, you know. Oh, Bukayo Saka has made it 2-1. Wanyeri with the threaded pass. After minutes of coming onto the pitch. Might have just won the Champions League for Arsenal. Have a look at this pass. It just slides him through. And cool as you like. Bukayo Saka puts it into the corner of the net. Is that going to be the winning goal? Finds the fresh legs of Bjorklund. Looking for Petitjean. Opts to go for the first time volley. And it's a good save by Chevalier. If that went in, that would have been game, set and match. It's Lewis Skelly on the ball. Finds Bjorklund. Still Bjorklund. Saka's back post if he can find him. A little bit too deep and Pavlovic manages to clear. It's Roger Fernandez coming the other way now. Only 2 minutes left to play. And again, Gunn's just taking him out. Happy to pick up the yellow card. There's only a couple minutes left now. He's definitely not worried about it. They opt to take it short. And he's giving it away to Neil. What a mistake that could end up being. Neil looks to switch the play to Bjorklund. And he's just put it out of play. But I think that's going to do it. It is. That is the final whistle. We have managed to do it in our final season, guys. The Champions League is ours. And there it is. The Champions League trophy. It's what we've been playing for. And Captain Fantastic, he has carried us throughout the 10 seasons. Bukayo Saka gets to lift the Champions League trophy with the Hale Enders. Guys, if you've enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to see me rebuild Aston Villa, click here.